Hey YouTube, how's it going? I'm Eli. Welcome to my channel. I am a street photographer based in Indianapolis, and today I'm going to be taking the iPhone 17 Pro out to the streets of Indy and testing out how this performs for street photography. A couple of quick disclaimers before we get started. Number one, this is not a full review of the iPhone 17 Pro. Rather, this is just my experience using it for street photography, trying to pull the absolute best image quality out of it I can. That means I'll be shooting in the RAW format and editing in Lightroom or Dehancer depending on the image. Number two, all the remaining footage you'll see in this video is going to be shot in log format on the iPhone 17 Pro and color graded with Dehancer in Final Cut Pro X. With no further ado, let's head out to the streets of downtown Indianapolis and put this iPhone 17 Pro through its street photography paces. Alright, after spending a couple of hours out taking these street photos that you're going to see cycle through now, and this behind the scenes footage, I have a couple of pros and cons so far from my experience from taking the photos to editing the photos and so forth. Number one, I am really happy that all three lenses are 48 megapixels now. I really like the new 4x telephoto lens, which is pretty much a 100mm equivalent, but I like that it's finally 48 megapixels. This is the first Apple iPhone where the telephoto lens is the same megapixels as the main camera. That allows a really high level of consistency in resolution and image quality across the board. And I really enjoy not having to compromise on detail when I'm switching to a longer focal length. The second thing I really liked was the very flexible 12-bit Pro RAW files. They are super workable. I get great color depth and pretty solid dynamic range and good latitude for post-production on these photos. A couple of things that I did not enjoy. Number one being the camera button, in my opinion, slows things down. I get what Apple was going for with the new tactile camera button. They're probably trying to make the phone feel more traditional and tactile, but in practice it slows me down, and I found it to be awkward and much less intuitive than just tapping away on the screen, so I've already disabled it after just this short amount of time of attempting to use it. Number two, I don't find making photos with this on the street to be quite as discreet as I would have expected. So I've definitely walked around in the past with prior iPhone models and taken street photos, but I'm not sure if I've ever had a full dedicated afternoon of street photography with just an iPhone, and I felt as if I was not nearly as invisible as I thought I would be. I personally actually felt more self-conscious taking candid images of other people on the streets compared to even with a small film or digital camera. And third, the last thing is some shots still feel flat. So what I mean by that is this: I don't really shoot much street photography wide open in terms of aperture. I'll shoot a lot of it stopped down to f5.6 and higher on sunny days like this generally. But even that being said, when I'm making film photos on a 35mm camera or shooting images on my full-frame Nikon ZF, even at those higher apertures, I still feel like the image has some 3D pop and depth to it, and sometimes the iPhone photos just feel very two-dimensional. I think this is really just due to such a small size sensor and such a small piece of glass over the lens. It's definitely noticeable when comparing side by side with an actually dedicated camera, but we're kind of nitpicking here. I mean, this is not going to be noticed by most of the general public. This is definitely more of just a nerdy photography thing. So curious also as well if you guys have noticed this in your experience. The images coming up right here are probably my favorites from this day of making street photos. I really enjoy the scene here of this hot dog vendor, and I put two different edits on it. I probably prefer this one even more as it has that very cinematic and filmic vibe to it. The last thought I have, as I was just reflecting on this experience as well as working with and editing the images, is I think for me the use case for the iPhone is still going to predominantly be if I'm making, behind the scenes photos or travel content, things of that nature, where I want quick workflow and quick turnaround, whether it's using the Dehancer app on my iPhone or it's using the Lightroom app on my iPhone and creating quick edits out of these photos. to me, that's probably more the use case that I feel like iPhone suits me best for, but I'm curious if you have used it more extensively in your own work or not. I'm very interested to see how Apple continues to try to integrate things such as the camera control button in future iterations, and hopefully they're able to improve it. But nonetheless, really enjoyed doing this, and I'm happy with these images and how they look. And again, definitely going to be integrating the iPhone 17 Pro into my photography workflow, just not as a predominant daily workhorse for me. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.